Let's say that hypothetically you were born in Hot Springs, Arkansas on August 4th, 1955, and you grow up to be an actor, doing mostly minor roles, stuff like Matlock and Tombstone, until hypothetically you had a breakout role in a movie you wrote, directed, and starred in around, let's say, 1996. That movie would have been titled something like Sling Blade. Yeah, that sounds like a good movie title. And that little movie of yours won an Academy Award for Best Adapted Screenplay. Wow. Hypothetical good job. Never mind. It's obvious. It's obvious who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Billy Bob Thornton. And I'm not going to talk about Billy Bob's marriage with Angelina Jolie because I don't want to fucking talk about it. I want to talk about something way more important. Like something you probably didn't even know about Billy Bob Thornton. Billy Bob Thornton is a brony. There, said it. So, for the uninformed, a brony is a male fan of My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. And actually, brony is a portmanteau of bro and pony. The more you know. The way that it came to light that Billy Bob Thornton is a brony is simple. GQ did a cover story on Billy Bob Thornton, and in the cover story, just out of nowhere, Billy Bob Thornton starts talking about watching My Little Pony. And he goes into detail about an episode. That same day that the cover story is published, there's a Yahoo News article titled Billy Bob Thornton just revealed his inner brony to the world. Guess what they decided to say that Billy Bob Thornton revealed his inner brony to the world. That's right, the GQ cover story. So now you're probably wondering, what exactly did Billy Bob Thornton say in the GQ cover story that made it apparent that he's a brony, besides saying he watches My Little Pony? Well, get ready, because I'm about to tell you. Actual quote, by the way. This was amazing because the main six ponies, who are the stars of the show, they go out there because Celestia, who runs Equestria, she will tell Twilight Sparkle she needs to go somewhere, but she doesn't tell her why. So, anyway, suddenly they get captured by them and told that they have to remove their cutie marks and get equal signs. But they said, you know what? No. So, Fluttershy, who is my favorite because she kind of talks like Marilyn Monroe, says, oh yes. Fluttershy acts like she wants to become a member, you know? And so they give her the cutie mark equal sign stamp and everything. And then she notices something, like it rains, and it washes off Starlight Glimmer's equal sign. And she got her own cutie mark. So she's like a Jim Jones cult, you know, right? In case you're wondering what episode he's talking about, it's actually a two-parter called The Cutie Map. And it's season 5, episodes 1 and 2. Yeah, season 5. Now, I don't know when he started watching the show or how he was watching the show. There's two possibilities. One, he was watching it every time it aired on TV. Or two, he binge watched it on Netflix. So you might be asking yourself, how does a 61-year-old man start watching My Little Pony? The answer is really simple. He has a daughter. And in 2016, she was 12. You know, the target demographic of My Little Pony. So watching My Little Pony is a simple father-daughter activity, except that the Yahoo News article is quick to point out one small detail that does make a pretty big difference. So when he says main six ponies, he doesn't mean main as in M-A-I-N. He means main as in M-A-N-E. Again, small detail, big difference. So in this part of the video, I'm going to have which main I'm talking about on screen. Trust me, it'll make things way easier. So, the main six ponies weren't called main six in the show ever. And the tie-in toys by Hasbro weren't marketed as main six until 2017, about a year after the cover story got published. Pretty incriminating stuff for Billy Bob Thornton. I mean, come on. He knows about the main six. How can he not be a brony? I actually took this with a grain of salt because while and the cover story did get published as Maine, there is a possibility he actually meant Maine. He didn't write the cover story. There's no way to tell if he told the person writing the cover story, hey, I meant Maine as in Maine, not Maine. Regardless, once the cover story got published, the Yahoo News article got published, and then 5 days later, on an episode of Late Night with Seth Meyers, Billy Bob Thornton's talking about My Little Pony. Coincidence? I think not. On Late Night with Seth Meyers, he actually seems kind of embarrassed that people now know he watches My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. But he kind of doubles down and he's just like, oh yeah, and then there's this spin-off series called Equestria Girls. And then 6 months after that, he does an interview with the LA Times on what looks like a casting couch, and he's just more coy about it. He's just like, yeah, I watch My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. Kind of psyched about the spin-off. So, do I think he's a brony? No shit, it's obvious. Is he my perception of your typical brony? Not really. Yeah, I don't think Billy Bob Thornton is passionate about My Little Pony. I associate bronies with a passionate fan base, and I want to see if my association was correct. And I found this little website called whatisabrony.com, and they basically confirmed my perception of bronies. Here's what they had to say about bronies. Bronies are known for their creative works, art, music, animation, and fan fiction are just a few things bronies create based around their favorite characters or original characters, which they create themselves. There's so much brony created content that much of it actually rivals the show itself. There's fan-made episodes, high quality animations, many crossovers, artists and crafts, rich brony music scene, and so much more. Bronies often meet in person at scheduled meetups and conventions. These meetups can range from a couple bronies watching an episode together to annual worldwide conventions that bring out best content creators and fans by the thousands. Bronies also work together to support charities, raising well over $1 million through various campaigns. Yeah, I don't think Billy Bob Thornton does any of that shit, except for maybe support charities. No, you know what? He does support charities. He does that all the time. But is he a brony? Yes. Is he a hardcore brony? No, it's a casual brony. He just likes watching My Little Pony with his daughter. There's nothing wrong with that. By the way, he also watches Dog TV, a channel for dogs. Not about dogs, for dogs. For dogs to watch. And before I go, I gotta fess up to something. So, I didn't know what Billy Bob Thornton was talking about when he was talking about My Little Pony for GQ. So, I watched the episodes he was referencing, and I get it now. Not what attracts people to watch the show, but what he was talking about. And you know what? If it wasn't a kid's show, those 2 episodes would be very discomforting. Yeah, Billy Bob Thornton was on the nose about the whole Jim Jones cult kind of thing. It's straight up cult in a kid show. Pretty heavy stuff for a kid show. I don't know if that episode is just an outlier, or if a lot of the episodes are like that, or if every episode is like that, where it's a kid show. But the overall theme is pretty dark and heavy for kids. I was not expecting one thing. I was not expecting the hair to have jiggle physics, in Dead or Alive. Yeah, so instead of big bouncing anime tits in Dead or Alive, it's big bouncing pony hair, which I guess is the rated G version of big bouncing anime tits. So the hair bounces with every movement. That by itself isn't too bad, but couple it with the fact that there's so many colors going on screen at the same time. The show made me nauseous at points just from watching it.